Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy Show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel and at 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Guys, today we're talking about doing the work. Someone's got to do the work. Goodness, as Barrington Levy said, everybody's got to work, work. So thanks for being with us. Let's start. Let's just jump into the conversation. So, listen, I'm a person who believes in the power of ideas. I'm a professional idea man. I'm a professor of writing and literature. I'm a philosopher, right? I believe in ideas, right? And which is fine. And we have to also, though, do the work. Praxis, it's theory in praxis. It's putting the work, action behind those ideas to see those ideas manifest in the world. If we live in the world as an African-American scholar and writer, if I just lived in a world where black people were just rolling, I think it'd be probably okay if I just was in my head and worked solely with ideas. But frankly, as a black person, seeing people suffering from different types of communities, no doubt, but certainly black people suffering and going through it and just knowing what people we have to go through as black people in America, I don't feel comfortable only being a theorist, only having ideas that I think are pretty good and writing books, although those books are important. Putting that information out is very important to me and hopefully to other people as well. But also, and that is work as well, that's intellectual labor, it's cultural labor, very important. And it's also important to try to meet the material needs of those who need help, including my own self at times, right? And our family, friends, and relations, right? And so we have to do the work, right? And which is point one. Point two is the work begins, as we say on this show quite a bit, from the inside out. It's doing the work, the inner work, to prepare yourself to do the outer work. I've been around lots of activists since I was 18, basically. That's when I became into my consciousness about life, my first year of college. And being around so many activists, began to see a pattern of us becoming burned out and bitter, because the work that we do oftentimes it's a lot on top of our regular work. And at times we do most of the work and get all the blame, and that imbalance can be very, very challenging. So a lot of the cats I know over the years have become embittered and don't really like the people they work with. I mean, it's really kind of sad, but I get it, because I know in my organization that I've worked with and various levels, man, the type of hateration you get. I'm thinking about Sean King, just as an aside. I know a lot of people have a critique of Sean King, and that's of course you're right. But to generally look at this brother's effectiveness at identifying anti-blackness and doing something practical about it, it's extraordinary. And sure, we can offer a critique, I guess, of everyone, that's fine. Call him to account for his accounting, that's fine. As far as I know, he's done a pretty good job of keeping his accounts proper in terms of showing where the money is going. But, as opposed to really supporting this cat, so many people are attacking him. So he just came to my mind as a brief example. So it can be extremely painful, especially when you are really committed to the work, when you're really in it for the right reasons. You're really, plus you got a family, he has a family, I got a family, we are out here doing work on top of our everyday work, So it can make you super embittered, right? Which is why, that's the point about a long divergence, we have to do the inner work so that when we are out doing the outer work and catching all that flack from people who should be on our side, it allows us to catch that flack and still be loving and be in a good spirit, because it's not fun to do this work and not be happy about it, which goes right into point three. As you do your inner work, your outer work is going to be more productive. You'll be able to serve with more, with a better spirit, and be able to be more effective and be able to attract people to this work. I recall when I was a young activist, the people who were like my mentors, who were great, not my mentors, I had really great mentors, but people around me in the activist world when I was older. Because my two main mentors were Barbara Christian and June Jordan, who were amazing, and their lives are, extraordinary. But other folks who I knew, man, their lifestyles were not very attractive. They were just had terrible attitudes a lot of times, doing work, important work, but man, not really happy about it. And You know, we want to be able to bring people into this work by showing them that it's beautiful. It's a challenge, but it's necessary work because we have got to be able to stand up and fight for our rights, for basic human rights and justice for all people, but certainly for black folk, because we're catching across the world, and I've seen it personally, trust me, we're catching the most hell. That's real. So we can do this work and feel good about it if we do the inner work first. So boom, goes the dynamite. That's all we have for today's show, guys. We'll see you this afternoon at 4:45 p.m. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces. I'm out.